Picture books have changed massively over time. Like the first, it depends on your definition of picture book, but like the first books were just like poems and such with pictures drawn with them. But the first children's picture books, they were very the story was written by an adult, so it usually had like an easily grasped meaning for a child. So like, don't play outside when the parents don't tell you or something. And then it was illustrated by an adult, and because they have no imagination, it's very set out. It's full page usually. It's like animals as people, because it's kind of, yeah. And then no imagination is used. And then over time, like, different cultures have come into books. Like at first, a lot of the books we read, because the first English story books like Beatrix Potter and everything. Then you start getting books from other cultures. Like in the 1970s, they published a lot of Aboriginal stories, different styles illustrating. And then you get up to modern day picture storybooks, which is so massively different. Like people back then, they would have thought they were trash. You got, sometimes they're very bare bones. You've got like a sentence each page, and then you've got just a picture almost randomly placed, and only bits of it will be drawn properly or with colour, and it'll just highlight that. And kids really, like, you use your imagination to fill it out. Even adults who have imagination, you just fill it out. Imagination is a wonderful thing for picture storybooks. And now it's a lot less structured. You can breathe into the story a lot more about what you think. Like, your context defines a lot more about the story. Like back in, the 1920s, the story was very one way. Everybody read it the same way. It meant the same thing to most people. But now you read a book and you can have, because of your context, what your values and way you were brought up, they give you a very different meaning to other people. And you can just see like the progression from very set out one straight line stories of like the 1920s all the way through to the stories we read now, which are very postmodernist, and you can breathe a lot into them.